math lesson is just taking our inches and our feet and our yards and understanding how they are all related. Because if you measure something in inches, it could be bigger than a ruler stick, and so then we could measure it also in feet. Okay? So we're going to learn how they are related today. I'm going to have Libby pass these out really quickly. Once you get your paper, put your name on top of it. Sorry, Libby. Okay, I'll do it since you're playing with your glue. You got glue all over your hands. Sorry about that, Lila.
You're supposed to look like that you're peeling off your skin.
Thank you. We're not playing with glue right now.
Well, it was probably from Miss Johnson's.
No, she was playing with glue. I saw it with my own eyes. You're welcome. She was putting it on her hands. You're welcome. Second graders.
I was trying to close it.
You were? Okay. All right. It looked like you were kind of playing with it, so sorry. I guess you were trying to close it. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, for today, make sure your name is at the top, and we are going to take our decks, and we're going to learn how we can measure them in inches, but we can also measure it in a foot or feet. Okay, so take out your ruler sticks, and you're going to need them again today. Oh, I didn't say to open your mouth. Take out your ruler sticks. Take out your ruler sticks, please. And the first thing you're going to do is you are going to measure going across your desk. And I know we've done this before. And maybe some of you remember the measurement. I know I have kind of forgotten. But watch up here. Libby, John, watch up here. You're going to lay it flat. And you're going to see how many inches. So I know I'm going to need a couple ruler sticks. So the first one it's short. So I'm going to have to measure and add some more. Okay, go ahead and measure right now. And then raise your hand. You can tell me how many inches. I want inches first. Measure across your desk.
John, can you give me another one?
Okay. Lily, what did you get? Just 12 going across the whole thing. No, maybe I think a little bigger. Try it one more time. Add it. You might have to add. Oh, yes. 20 what?
23.
23? Hayden, what'd you get?
24.
24. Riley?
23.
23. Wyatt? 24. Tyson?
Well, I got 12 and 12 on mine.
So what is 12 plus 12?
24. 24.
24. Okay, Libby.
24.
24. John?
29. Because I used 3 rulers. Like from here.
No, we're not measuring those two spots. That's not the spots that I said to measure.
Here.
24 if you measure the spots. Because we all have to do the same thing. Lily. Okay. Sounds like most of you got 24. Maybe a few of you got 23, and that's okay. But we're going to take the 24, and we're going to write the 24 right here. And everybody pick up your pencil. And we're going to write our desk going across is 23 inches. Now, my question is, we can name this another way. And we have to always give it a label. Mason, not right now. On a lot lot of your papers from yesterday and the day before, when you had an answer a problem, you just put 23 and you didn't give it a label. And guess what Mrs. Murphy did? I circled it over here because I'm like, is that 23 inches? Is it 23 feet? Is it 23 yards? Is it 23 miles? You have to label your number. Because if you don't label your number, I don't know how many inches, how many feet, how many yards is it. So on your math papers, if Mrs. Murphy circled it over here by your number, that means you have to give me a label. What do you have to give me?
Label!
Okay, so you have to tell me, what are you measuring in? So we just measured inches. Our label is there, luckily. Now, our next one is feet. So I gotta think, how many feet or ruler sticks is 24 inches? Lila? 2. So our desk, we could say it's 23 inches, or we could say it's 2 feet or 2 ruler sticks. It's the same thing, we just have it broken down into inches and feet. All right, the next thing, I'm gonna call on friends to help me that are listening and following along and not playing with their rulers. Okay, so I'm gonna be watching today. What we're gonna measure first in inches is the bookshelf over here. I'm gonna pick Journey. I noticed how nicely you were sitting watching the learning. Can you bring your ruler over here? And Journey's gonna measure for us in inches going across. We might have to add Journey. Let's go across the top here. We got 2? Perfect. Uh-oh. So let's go like this, Journey. You got yours that way? And then 24 plus
12.
Okay, so Journey had 2 ruler sticks. 12 plus 12 is 24. And then he had 10 more Mrs. Murphy's. So 24 plus 10. What is that, guys?
34.
34. So our bookshelf going across over there is 34 inches. Corla, would you measure? Oh, we don't even have to measure it. Okay, I got your new sheet, okay? All right, now, how many feet is that? Now, we had, Journey had 2 ruler sticks, and he had almost all of Mrs. Murphy's. So what do you think that would be, Addie?
Well, probably the closest feet would probably be the ruler that you had.
Okay, so how many would that be? How many ruler sticks or feet were there? 3, because Journey had 2, and we almost had all of Mrs. Murphy's. So we're just going to say about. Addie said the closest is about 3 feet. It is 2 inches short, but it's about.
So practically a yard.
Okay, now we're going to try a classroom door. Going across it. So going across, not going up and down. So Briley, I'm going to have you go first. Grab your ruler. All right. She's going to go down. You want to lay it on the floor? That might be the easiest. Or you want to put it on the door? Or can you stand up and do it so your friend can see it? So put it right up here. Okay, so she's got 1. Mrs. Murphy will help her out. 2. And, Aria, can you come help us with another one? Okay, we're going to have to go, yes, just like that.
It's a yard.
Okay, guys, guess what? It's 12 plus 12 plus 11. Because this one's kind of, it's overlapping, it's at 11. So 12 plus 12 plus 11. Kaden?
30 feet.
Close, but not quite. Elias? 35 inches. Good job, girls. So our door, thank you, going feet that would be. So how many ruler sticks did it take Briley, Aria, and Mrs. Murphy to do? Everybody? 3. Good job. So it's about 3 feet across. About. It's not exactly perfect. It was an inch short, but it's about 3 feet. Okay, let's go on. Flip it over to the guided practice. Okay, at the top it says you can use different length, units of length to measure the same object. So they call them different units. Whether it's inches, feet, yards, we're using different units. And you always have to have a label. Because if you don't have a label, when you're measuring, we don't know how big your measurement is. Look at this hockey stick. Ellie and John, you like hockey sticks? This hockey stick is 40. Melissa, I'm up here if you're wondering where I went. I'm up here. This hockey stick is 48 inches long. Now, how many feet would that be? Ooh, here comes some math. Well, if 12 inches is 1 foot, plus another 12 inches would be 24, that's 2 feet. Another 12 inches would be 36, 3 feet. And another 12 inches would be 48, 48 inches or 4 feet. So this hockey stick is 48 inches, or another way to put it, it's 4 feet long. Okay, please trace the 48 and the 4 right now. See? Okay, now we're going to do some fun measurements again. And I'm going to call on friends that are watching, listening, and learning to come help Mrs. Murphy. Okay, we're going to measure Mrs. Murphy's desk going across the top. Can I have these 3 people, let's start with 3, come bring their rulers and lay them across. Charlotte, Tyson, Kinsley. Let's start with those 3. Lay them across the desk. So Tyson, you lay them on top. Let's do on top. Be a lot easier. Okay, Charlotte, put yours next to Tyson. Kinsley, put yours next to Charlotte.
Should I get a flat one though?
Yeah, that one.
I think we need 2. I have one.
You have one? Okay.
I can get another one.
Just Tyson, I didn't ask you to do another one. I'm starting with 3 people. All right, guys. Do we need more people?
Yes.
All right, Libby and Lewis. All right. 2nd graders that are up here, can you just stand off the side for a second? All right, let's count let's first do the feet, because this is going to be easy because we don't have to do the inches. So can you guys stand back for a second? And as Mrs. Murphy points, we're going to count how many feet. So how many ruler sticks? Brooklyn, are you ready? Here we go, ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's about 5. It's just a little short. So we're going to say it is about 5 feet. Yep. Now let's see. If it's about 5 feet, how many yardsticks do you think that would be?
1.
All right, let Mrs. Murphy lay this down. 1. Can you move, Lewis?
Oh, John, sit down.
All right. So it's about 1. Almost 1.5. Should we put 1.5 or you want to go to 2?
2. No, 1.5.
Since you guys are so smart, you guys know halves pretty well. Let's just put 1.5 because it is the closest to 1.5. Okay, you may grab your ruler sticks. Thank you. Or if you wanted to put 2 because we're gonna round, that's fine. But you guys, I just noticed, you guys were really good at halves. All right, now we're gonna measure Mrs. Murphy's whiteboard, and feet. So I'm going to have these people start. Carson and Lila. And I need you to put it all the way down here. Yeah. If you've done it, if you came up here, don't raise your hand. Okay, Mason.
Person, do you not want a better one? Well,
Okay, guys, what do you think? We need another one?
One more.
Okay, let's see. Kaden, have you had a turn?
No.
You're really tall. Can you come up here? Because I think you can kind of try to reach over them. I know Raylan's tall too, but oh, maybe you can't quite get it.
I can try.
That's okay. Miss Marvila. Kaden's doing a really good job. All right, we're gonna go to the closest. Let's count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Thank you, guys. It took about 4. I know it was just a tad short.
4.5.
No, not even a half.
4 yards.
4. Oh, what did I do wrong?
4 yards.
See, when you have the wrong label, then it makes a big difference. 4 feet. It's definitely not yards.
4 yards.
Leave yards blank.
Okay, now, Raylan, you can measure in yards. Raylan,
What?
you can measure in yards. So Raylan's gonna see, well, how many yards is that?
I thought I did something. Like what?
No, sorry. I thought you heard me say, come up here. So there's 1. Okay, Raylan, can you like make it, like put your finger up here? And how much more would it be for a yardstick? Can you move your yardstick up? Oh, that's kind of hard. isn't it? Ah! You can't. Can you do that?
No. It would be break the light. It would be
Yeah.
break the light.
Oh,
Don't
thank you. That was good. Okay, so the closest we have is 1 yard. Thank you, Raylan. It is a little over a yard.
How about 1.5 yards?
It might be close to 1.5, but I still think it's closer to 1. Alright. Flip your page. Oh, actually, do you have to flip it? Turn the page to. Okay, we're gonna do this together. We're gonna go now. Mrs. Murphy's bookshelf, instead of going across and finding the width, we're gonna do the height. How tall is it? So can I have these people? I'm gonna wait a second. I have a lot of friends talking, thinking it's like so recess time and kind of being rude. All right, Lily, would you go over there with your ruler? John, would you go over there? Ellie A, would you go over there? And we're gonna go up. So start at the floor and go up. Okay, so we're only gonna go to this one. What do you guys think? Oh, we only need an inch. So we're gonna round it and say that how many feet is it?
3
feet. Alright, John says you would need another inch or so, but it's closest to 3.
Oh, so 1 more inch. So 1 more thumb.
So,
Knuckle.
so John says
31 inches. Wait,
34.
I don't think you're thinking right, John.
3 feet.
So John says it's 3 ruler sticks. So how much is 3 ruler sticks?
In a yard.
Okay, now we gotta go to inches. So we're not gonna go to yards. Second graders, how much is 1 ruler stick? Everybody.
12 inches.
Okay. Now another ruler stick is 12 plus 12. What is 12 plus 12?
24.
What is Wyatt? What is, I'm going to ask you. What is 24 plus 12? You're close, but not 35. Everybody?
36.
It is 36. Now, John said it's another inch. So what's 36 plus 1?
37.
37. So the bookcase going up high is 37 inches long. It's about 3 feet. Okay. So this, we're going to do the same thing as we did yesterday with Mrs. Murphy's binder book. Raise your hand if you haven't had a chance to measure something today. Addie, would you come up here and bring your ruler, and we're going to measure in inches first. All right, and we're going to go across the top, bottom to top. Perfect.
The closest inch is 12.
Okay, she says the closest is 12. So you can write, I'll write it 12. Now, how many feet would that be, Addie? 1.
Can I run it?
Sure. Just 1 foot. This book is 1 foot. Thank you, Addie.
You're welcome.
All right. I want to peek at something here. Okay, do you guys notice number 5? Now listen, we did just do number 5. The door, no, we did it on the front. We did inches and feet. Now they want us to go from feet to yards. So, I want you guys to look back at the front page. How many feet across was our door? We don't have to go back and remeasure. How many feet? 3. Okay, now let's use our brains to think. We can do this without even going over and measuring. If our door is 3 feet, how many yardsticks would this be? Raise your hand if you know. Journey, what do you think? 1 yard, because there's 3 feet on this yard. So I don't even have to go measure. I can, but it should be about a yard. And it is a little shorter just because it's a little, oh, it's actually pretty close, isn't it?
Fits so well.
Okay. All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay. Yeah, it should be crossed off. Okay, number 6 and 7, I want you to leave them blank. You can go home and do those for fun, or go to the park and do those for fun. We're not going to do those today. But we're going to do number 8. All right. We are going to be very careful when I call on this next person to come over here, because it's a computer. And I don't want it to get broken. Who hasn't had a chance to measure around the room today? All right. There's 3 of you. All right. Ellie. Oh, there's 4. Corla, did you help me measure over there?
No.
Hayden? I didn't ask you. I asked Corla. Did you help me measure over there? I thought I called your name. No. Okay. Ellie, Ellie, yes. Would you come up here? Bring your ruler stick, unless you want to borrow Mrs. Murphy's. And you are going to nicely measure going across my computer. Very great job. What? 12! She says that her eyes got really big. She says it is exactly 12 inches. All right. Now, do you guys even think we need to measure this next one?
No.
No. Because if we know this is 12 inches, how many feet does that have to be?
0.
Libby?
One.
1. It has to be 1 foot. 1 ruler stick, 1 foot. Okay, now, Ingrid, Corla, and Wyatt, you three didn't get a chance today. Can you guys remember that you will be the first ones to measure when we do it tomorrow? Okay, okay, because I'll probably forget. Journey, do you have a question?